Hello, Fly Babies. Today is Monday and we are in Zone 1. It's October 1st. Happy October. We are going to be doing a 3-layer cake today. The first layer has 5 parts. The parts are the morning routine, the laundry routine, the paper routine, the after dinner routine, the before bed routine. 5 parts. 3 of them happen in the morning. Unless you're working outside the home, then 1 of them happens in the morning routine. The laundry and the paper routine are morning routines for those of us who stay at home. For those of us who work outside the home, those 2 routines happen when you first get home. Then you've got the after dinner routine for everyone, which is obviously after dinner, and the before bed routine, which is also obvious before bed. Okay, if you don't know what these are, please go watch my video entitled How to Do the FlyLady System for Newbies. It's on the home page. It's 40 minutes long. It requires that you take notes and stop and think and write things down, so it might take you longer than 40 minutes to watch it, but I think it'll really encourage you and really help you to get a foundation so that when you watch these videos, you'll know what the heck I'm talking about. Okay, so the next thing we're going to do is our second layer of our cake. Now, if you're brand new, you're just doing routines. If you've been with me about a week and you know what the routines are and you feel pretty good about them, a week or 2, you can go right into the second layer, which is the basic weekly plan. Basic weekly plan. And this one we're doing today is our weekly home blessing hour. The weekly home blessing hour has 6 parts. It's 10 minutes or less stripping your bed and getting the sheets in the wash and putting the sheets on after they're dry, okay? But that's kind of spread around because you can't obviously instantly clean them. And I don't encourage you to put on sheets out of the closet because then when these others come out of the dryer, you've got to fold them and put them up. It's just as good to put the fresh, sweet, clean sheets right on the bed, okay? So get those going. That's not even 10 minutes. It's like 2 minutes. Strip the bed, put it in the washer, put it in the soap, and turn it on. Okay, the second job, well, I have 3 little baby jobs. 3 little baby jobs, so that'll be 4 because you've done the bed. 3 little baby jobs. The baby jobs are empty all your little garbage cans and put new liners in them. Less than 10 minutes. Let's go. We're not going to diddle-daddle around. We're going to get this all done. The second thing is to wipe the spots off the glass. That means take a microfiber towel or cloth, get it wet on one end, go in your bathroom and get the little spots off where people have splattered toothpaste. This is a baby job. It's not a big job. We're not doing the whole thing, just the little spots. Then go walk through your house and any other glass you have, like a glass table with fingerprints on it, or your sliding glass door with the dog smutch on it and the little dog paws or baby hands, wipe that off. But this is not a big clean. We are not doing the windows. We're just doing spots real quick, okay? So that's less than 10 minutes. You can't work more than 10 minutes. Next, the third thing or the fourth thing or the third baby job is, what is it? Oh, it's dusting. Dusting is a baby job. It's easy to do if you have the right tools. The right tool for dusting is a nice feather duster. If you don't have one, I encourage you to go to FlyLady.net under tools and order one. If you can't afford one, then use a Swiffer duster until you can. Start saving a little bit every week until you can afford one. It is an investment in your future. Mine, I have 2 of them, a short handle and a long handle, wooden handled, beautiful FlyLady dusters, feather dusters, and I've had them for years and years and years and years, and they're still perfectly good. Okay, so I want you to know that you're not just buying. I mean, I could have bought a million Swiffers and other things. It's a wonderful tool. I'm just encouraging you to get that. You don't have to, like I said, but it's a lot faster because when you have a feather duster, the little ostrich feathers have little microscopic feathers on the ends, and that's what picks up the dust. And you just hold the handle and fluff around. You don't have to move things. There are teeny tiny things that might fall over, but hopefully you don't have too much of that stuff because that's clutter. But fluff around the whole house. Just go real quick. Your bedroom, the kids' rooms, the bathroom lights, the ceiling ducts. You can go really quick. The tops of the fans or the bottoms of the ceiling fans, the side tables, the lamps, the blinds, the sills, you know, the legs of chairs. It's so much easier to get it with a nice feather duster than having to get down there with a cloth and rub. We're not doing deep cleaning, we're just fluffing, okay? And when you're done, take it outside. You take that little stick that it's on Put it between your hands and do like that. Roll that stick and the little feather duster will shake all the feather, will release all the dust to the outside, but it won't loosen. It won't loosen up in the house unless you do that. So don't do that in the house. Take it outside and do that. All right, so those are the 3 baby jobs in the bedroom. That's been 40 minutes maximum. Now you've got 2 more things to do. You've got to take care of your floors. The first part is all the dry areas of your floors, whether they're hard or carpet. You're going to take care of them either by using a dust mop on the hard surfaces, or you're going to use a vacuum on the carpets. But you are not going to vacuum the entire room, nor are you going to dust mop the entire room. You're just going to get the places where people walk. If you have dogs and cats, this is an aside, if you have dogs and cats that shed, that is not part of this job. That is a daily job that you do, just like changing a baby's diaper all the time. It's part of the commitment that you made when you got dogs and cats. So that kind of cleaning is not a part of this. This is just where people walk, traffic patterns in your house. 10 minutes or less for the whole house. Yes, and you're not doing the kids' rooms. You're just doing your bedroom, the hallway. You could get the guest room. You can if there's nobody in there. That's quick and easy. The living room, dining room for your, like that, okay? And then you're going to mop. The last thing we're going to do is wet mop the kitchen and the bathrooms. Again, the kitchen, we're not doing the whole floor. This is not our deep clean time. This is just the time to get where you stand around a lot. In front of the fridge, in front of the stove, in front of the sink, in front of the dishwasher, in front of the counters, around the table, maybe in front of the pantry. Just quick. And when you're done with that, you go into the bathrooms. And I do encourage you to just mop the whole bathroom floor because they're generally fairly small. Okay? That's it. You're done. Put everything away. In less than an hour, your whole house is sparkling clean. It's not really clean. It's blessed. There's no perfection here. You're just blessing it. That's what we're doing today in an hour. If you work, you're going to split it up because you can't do an hour. If you're working 8 to 5 and you get home and you've got kids who have extracurriculars and you have to make dinner and you do have to do the laundry and the paper and blah, 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 blah. So we're going to either delegate it to a child because most of these jobs children can do. 9 or older can do all of the jobs. Little kids can do some of the baby jobs. Like 6-year-olds can do the baby jobs. 5-year-olds. Depends on your child. You know your child better than me. All right. But delegate those so that you get one of those done a day, and then on Saturdays everybody does their sheets. That's what I would recommend. If you have no one to delegate to, then either do one a day yourself or save them up and do them on Saturday. I recommend doing them in the evening, just getting it done, if it's just you. Okay, if it's not you, delegate, and then you just inspect what you expect. And then the other job is, well, that's it. Okay, that's it for the zones. I mean, for the basic weekly house plan. The basic weekly plan, which is the weekly home blessing hour. Hello. All right, and then the last thing we're going to do is our zone 1. Zone 1 is the entryway, which would involve the front porch, the front door, the front window or side lights, the foyer closet, the inside of the door that needs to be wiped off as well, but the outside gets wiped off. Maybe the stairwell if it comes right into the foyer, and possibly the dining room if it's attached to your entryway. That's the entryway. You don't have to do the dining room if it's part of your living room. Just make that part of zone 5. But this is what we're going to do. And we've got all week to work on the foyer this week. Now, we don't always have that, the entryway. We don't always have a week. Sometimes we have no days. Sometimes we have 5 days in which to work. But we're going to pick 4 of these days, Monday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, to work in our foyer and our entryway. And pick 4 things to do. If it's cluttered, declutter it. After it's decluttered, then you're going to start deep cleaning it. Protect it from new clutter. If you have shoes by the front door, coats on the floor, get rid of those things. Start acting positively. Become the alpha. You can do this. A box for shoes or a container for shoes or no shoes. A place to hang up the backpacks. All the coats get hung in the closet or whatever. And you have to be there when the kids come in, or when you first come in. If you see it, call them there and say, this is not what we talked about. Go put it up now. No, go put it up now. It'll take you 1 minute. Go do it now. You have to be firm, but kind, okay? Because you're doing this for them. Eventually, the house will be decluttered and they will be so much easier to handle and so much more peaceful, and so will you. All right. So if you're working, you're going to do that zone after you've made your supper. So you're going to come home, make dinner, let it hold, and then go work in your zone. It's 15 minutes if you're decluttering. It's 10 minutes if you're not decluttering. So let's say you have to do the declutter, and let's say you have to declutter and you have to do the weekly home blessing hour item. So that's 25 minutes. So if you come home, that means you don't have kids because there's nobody to delegate to, or you've chosen not to delegate, which is not what I recommend. But if you come home from work and you get home at 6 o'clock, you put in your laundry and you go through an inch of paper, that's about 10 minutes max. So it's now 6:10. You're going to start dinner. It'll be ready by 6:40. You're going to put it on hold and you're going to go work for 25 minutes max. So at 7:05, it's time for dinner. And you can do it. Now that's if you get home that late and there's no one to help you. But if you have someone to help, then you don't have to do all that. You just do one thing. So your dinner is done by 6:40. Then you do 10 minutes, so 6:50, dinner's ready. I mean, it's time to go eat now. And then we do after dinner routine. And then you go listen and put your clothes in the dryer and listen for that to be dry, and you fold that, and you just, you have to just kind of do things as you go, right? All right, that's it for today. You're going to do your before bed routine. You're going to look at your planner. You're going to clutter check, and you're going to love the way your house starts to look. That's it for today. Always remember that you are beautiful.